4-month checkup with my surgeon. Got all my labs back and everything was good, so that's a good thing. But there were some issues discussed, and it was not a good week last week for me. So where should I start? First thing is, let me give you the stats, I guess. When I started this process June of last year, I weighed 251 pounds. Day of surgery, I weighed 239. My current weight today is 191. So I don't know how many pounds that is. You guys can figure that out. I know it's 40 plus, close to 50 plus maybe, from surgery. And so went to my surgeon, and we started discussing things, and one of the things in the very beginning of this, I think everybody sets a goal weight or a size weight or something that they want to achieve. He had asked me in the beginning of the process what were my goals. First goal was, of course, to get rid of the diabetes if I could, or to at least get off of insulin, and maybe be on pills for diabetes, or that's the main reason I had the surgery. Second goal, of course, is a weight goal. I wanted to be 140. I'm approximately 5'2.5", 5'3" in height, so I figured that would be a good weight. I didn't want to get down to the ideal weight of 120 because I'm quite top heavy, and I think that's going to be the last place I lose my weight. Every other diet I've been on before and stuff like that, I hardly ever lose any weight in my chest, so I didn't want to be the ideal weight, and I think that's an unrealistic goal personally. So that was the goals that we had set. I have achieved the goal of that my diabetes has gotten better. My sugar numbers are under control now. I'm down from 6 shots a day to 1 shot a day, down from hundreds and hundreds of units of insulin a day, close to, I was taking 500 to 600 units of insulin a day, and now I'm down to 25 a day. So that's a good goal, but the diabetes is not gone yet. And when we were talking about the goal weight, I kind of asked him, was I on track? And I got devastating news. He, of course, said I've done fantastic and stuff like that, but he does not think I will reach my goal weight. And the reasons are, first of all, is because of the insulin. When you're on insulin, insulin makes you retain or gain weight. So that's especially when you're a type 2 diabetic. A type 1 diabetic is totally different, but when you're a type 2 diabetic, the insulin makes you gain weight. And that's why I was so heavy, because I had been on insulin, and, plus my numbers were out of control and things like that. So that's an issue. I may be down from, 500 units a day to 25 units. I'm still battling that insulin every day. And because I have been diabetic for, it'll be 16 years in August, I'm very insulin resistant. So where somebody might only have to use 2 or 3 units of insulin, I have to use a lot more. So he thinks realistically he's not sure if I'm going to be able to get down to my goal weight with the insulin in the picture. He's not ruling it out, but he wanted me to know the facts. And he's going to send me, he's got a new physician or something coming into his surgical practice that works with a lot of diabetics. He was the first to admit he's not an endocrinologist, and I am one of the most severe diabetics that he has seen. So that was, a concern of his. And a concern of mine. So he gave me a new goal weight. He thinks that I could probably get down to 160. I'm not happy with 160, but I'm going to deal with it. I have to deal with it because that's got to be the goal. If for some reason I get below 160, great. But I'm going to deal with the 160 and go from there. A lot of people have said, don't worry about the weight. Maybe you should think about a size. So I've kind of been, tossing that around about a size or something like that. I've never, ever been, in the last 20 years, been smaller than a large top. And I don't think I ever will get smaller than that. So a large top I would be okay with, because I think a large is like a 12, 14. If I could get to an 8 or 10 below my waist, I would be extremely, extremely happy. I cannot remember a time ever being in a single digit. So I would be happy with that. I do have to wear petite clothing because of the length and stuff like that. So if I could get an 8 or a 10, that would be great. So I'm just, that's what I'm shooting for. I don't know what size a person who's 5'3", who weighed 160, what that would be, because it's so realistically so far long ago when I was even close to that. I mean, that was probably my teenage years. So the smallest I've ever been recently, I was a 14, 16, about 5 years back when I was not taking my insulin and stuff like that. My sugars were in the 500s and I wasn't taking my insulin, and I lost about 70 pounds. Paid the price. I've lost my vision because of that. So that's my realistic goals that I have put in. So other things, I'm probably going to have to make this a 2-part video. So there's just a couple other things I want to discuss about the doctor. I did ask him, if I was doing the right things or the wrong things. He said no, I was eating right. I told him I was doing water aerobics 3 times a week for an hour a day. I usually run the treadmill. I have to admit, for the last 2 weeks I have not run the treadmill. That's main reason there is my feet. I have very, very dry skin. My feet are cracking, and I'm not going to lie to you, it does hurt. I've been using the Vaseline with the socks and things of that nature, but they're just cracking. It happens to me every summer because I have such dry skin, and that's another side effect of diabetes. I mean, I can put a whole bottle of lotion on, and 2 hours later, here's my dry skin again. So, but I asked him, is there anything else I can do? And he said that maybe I should start toning. So he said, start doing some weightlifting. So lucky me, I have a 15-year-old son who is into football. And they do a lot of weight training. And we have a weight bench with weights. So we have been lifting weights. And let me tell you, man, my 15-year-old, he's a stickler. He's a hard trainer. So he's working me out. And right now we're just doing 30 minutes, doing a lot more legs and arms and bench pressing and things like that. So I'm happy with it. So that's what I've been doing. So we do the weights every other day because that's what you're supposed to do. You shouldn't do it every day. You should do it every other day. So I'm going to water aerobics 3 times a week and doing weights roughly anywhere 2 to 3 times a week. So that's what I'm doing. I'll talk a little bit about some other things in another video. Thanks, YouTube. See you guys later. Have a great hot summer day.